Good morning, folks. It is April the 14th. It's just a little before 6 a.m. and I got back out on this public piece that I had luck on a few days ago. However, I am in a totally new area. I was able to get out and scout a couple of locations around here, around this spot, about 2 weeks ago, before the season started, and located a few gobblers in this area. It's definitely looked like a good spot, so I figured I'd take my couple hours before work here and get out and see if they're still out here. The sun is just coming up behind me, and I haven't heard anything yet, but last time I scouted this area they were roosted over the next draw. But the time before that, about 2 days before that, they were roosted right on the same hill that I'm facing. So there's potential that they could be roosted really close, but I've really come in here blind, so I'm just gonna listen and hope I can make a move and fill my last tag in Virginia. For now, I'm just gonna enjoy the sunrise and keep my ears open, see what I can hear. It's about 6:15, and I haven't heard any gobbles yet. I just let out an owl hoot and didn't get anything. I'm gonna move around this big ridge to the other side, a little more out of the wind, and see if I can't hear anything down that way. There's some cow pastures about a half mile in that direction. Let's see if there's anything over there. Well, he just came up to the top of this big hill, and I'm actually coming across a lot of scratch headed that direction. There was some older scratch back there. This is fresher, still several days old, but it's definitely a good sign, so I'm going to keep headed this way. I just stopped to shed some layers. Just heard one gobble. Good ways up there, but in the direction of my truck, so trail's right here. I'm gonna hop on the trail, book it up maybe another 100 foot in elevation, and call again. You probably heard me calling and he's coming in, so should look to set up here pretty soon. Got a pretty good spot here. I think he's still up a ways, but I only have like 15 more minutes to hang out before I gotta go. Maybe longer. Do a few calling sequences and see if he answers back. So he's around the top of this drainage. My truck is this way. He's over this way. I'm gonna move up to about the same elevation as him. Call once or twice. If he's not playing the game, I gotta get out of here, get to work. So at least I heard one this morning. So he definitely seems timid. Definitely not responding very well to calls. So can be a tough one to hunt. There is one out here. So let's make a move. Definitely could be on private. Well, that turkey didn't really want to play, and it's about time to go to work, so I'm walking out now. But he's still on public, it seems like. The property line is in that direction, and he is approaching it, what it seems like. Gobbled maybe one to 3 times, and like I said, didn't seem like he wanted to play, so definitely nice to know there's a bird out here, and he looks like he might be a tough one to hunt, so I'm looking forward to getting out here next time and seeing what I could do with more time. But anyways, this will do for today. Getting on out of here, and I'll see you guys next time. Good morning, everyone. It is just about 5 a.m. and I'm back at it again, headed into this public piece. It's been almost 2 weeks now since I've been out hunting. There's a couple of reasons for that. First is work's just been super busy, so I haven't had a chance to get out, but I guess most of all is the weather has been horrendous. For the past week we've had rain on and off every day, and in addition to that, temps have been way lower than usual. I think our highs were in the low 50s, so a couple of days we were below freezing. It just wasn't motivating me to get out. Another reason is I really wanted, with one tag left here in Virginia, I wanted to be able to hunt this last week. And we are in 1 week until the end of the season here in Virginia for spring turkey. So I'm hiking in now on the trail, headed to Old Faithful spot Had a lot of success over the years. However, I have not hunted it yet this season. My dad has. He's actually out this morning. He's a ways ahead of me because he's heading to a further spot, but he's been out. He was out last weekend and said there were 3 gobbling around the area, so heading to this old faithful spot. Gonna post up. I do have to leave early for work this morning, which sucks, but I'll try to make the most of today and then get out as much as I can over the next week. Try to seal a deal and tag out here in Virginia. Got about 10 minutes more of a hike, and then shooting light is in 30 minutes, so scooting on along here, and hopefully I'll bring you guys a sunrise and some good gobbling this morning. It's in the upper 40s right now. Gonna be warming up. We've had some 2-3 days of good weather here, so they should be gobbling still. But you never know with these late season birds. One thing I'm pretty confident about is they haven't been hunted too hard out in this spot. So I'm gonna get in, get settled down, and keep my ears open, and I'll update you guys as the morning progresses. So I got in about a mile in from the parking lot, a little over. It's still early, just bright enough to see, and one already fired off down this drainage towards where I missed one last year. But I'm on this ridge, this little finger, and it clears up pretty good up here. So I'm gonna get out towards him, find a place to set up, hopefully call him in right off the roost. That would be awesome. So let's get set up nice and quiet. I'm gonna kind of move up this ridge a little bit. I'm a little lower than I want now because he's kind of flown down and worked up that finger. I'm gonna just try to stay with him. bound to happen one of these times. It's been a good season and it's been a great morning. This gobbler is definitely a smart one. I started the morning on this ridge back behind me this way, and real early on heard this gobbler go off on the roost up the hill to my right, and I wanted to stay on that hill because it's so nice up there, but he wasn't moving from this side after he flew down. He got down into this kind of transition area. It's beautiful in here. It's nice and open. That was awesome. I just wish that panned out. I knew when I got down into this spot, I made a big gutsy move on him, but there's a little bit of a rise over this hill. I was able to get on right on top of this deer trail and set up and call, and he fired up right over that little hill, less than 100 yards away. And I was patient. I stayed silent for like 20 minutes, and I knew I was eventually, he wasn't gobbling because I called a few more times after about 20 minutes and he just didn't gobble. So I figured he was coming in close, keeping my eyes peeled. And next thing I know, I hear spit and drum, and he's right to my left, a little ways out, about 30 yards, working his way right in. Pretty as can be. Spitting and drumming, and I know I have this double tree maybe 10 yards in front of me, and I was waiting for my opportunity to turn because I was faced like 11 o'clock and he was working to my 9, and I didn't have the opportunity until he passed behind. That was my only opportunity, was when he passed behind those 2 trees, and I lost sight of him just before that. My gut was telling me turn now, but I didn't want to spook him, and then he pops out on the other side of those 2 trees, perfect as can be, head straight up in the air. Would have been an easy 20-25 yard shot. So there was one more tree, maybe in, I don't know, 10 inches in diameter, right past those double trees, and he passed behind those, and that's when I tried to swing on him, and he was having none of that. He never came out the other side. I heard him running away, and I'm sure the camera probably had an angle of it. Well, it's 7:30 now. Awesome morning, but I gotta get to work. It's about a 30-minute hike out of here anyway, so would have been perfect. Got that pit in my stomach now, but can't really complain. I made the mistake this time. It's been a good season so far, and I've had a lot of success, a lot of good luck, so bound to happen. It's turkey hunting, and I know there's at least 2 or 3 more out here, so not too tore up. It sucks to spook a bird, but I don't think he was all too buggered up. At least, I didn't shoot at him or anything, so that's hunting, baby. I'm gonna take off some of this stuff and then start hiking out. I'll be back out here probably Monday. Till then, guys, see you next time.